With training camp in full swing, a lot of Philadelphia Eagles fans are excited to see their favorite players out on the field, just warming up, getting ready for the season. But when I was watching the training camps, there was one guy that kept on standing out to me. And realistically, I think he's going to be top 5 at his position when the season's all said and done. So let's talk about it.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So today, I want to talk about a player that I think is going to sneak into the top 5 of his position by the time this whole season is done. Now, before we get into that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We are on the road to 10K, moving so quick, man. I really do appreciate everybody that's been supporting so far. But let's get into this, man. So, look, I hear a lot about the Philadelphia Eagles. I hear a lot about A.J. Brown. I hear a lot about, Dallas Goedert. I hear a lot about Jalen Hurts, obviously, right? You hear a lot about this defense, about the new additions, about the guys we want to see step up. But there's one person that I don't feel is being talked about enough. Now, me and James, if you guys didn't watch, or if you don't watch, the Best of Enemies every Thursday, we do it at 7 o'clock. Me and Big Game James, we did our top 10 wide receivers list, right? People hated my wide receivers list, but I had a person on that list that he did not have on his list, and that was Devonta Smith. I think that I had him at 10, okay? And if you go back and watch that video, I even said I could have probably put him higher. I think that he's a little bit better than 10, but I put him at 10 because I wanted to try and not be as biased, even though everybody hated it anyways. But my point being, A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith have been an amazing duo. Do not get me wrong. And the sum of both parts are greater than just one individual, right? But I will say, when I watch A.J. Brown and I watch Devonta Smith, I see far more just raw skill in a Devonta Smith. I feel like A.J. Brown he has the body, he has the size, he has the speed, he has the hands, he has everything you need to be a great wide receiver, which is why he is, right? But Devonta Smith has made some of the most incredible catches, and he makes them look routine. Not only that, his route running is impeccable. When I think about top 5 wide receivers in the game, I think about route running. I think about explosiveness. I think about, just being able to move around on the field, right? Move to the slot, move to the outside. You can really put Devonta Smith anywhere, despite his size. Coming into the league at like 180, people thought he was too small, he wouldn't be able to do it. You can literally move him, line him up anywhere on the field, and he will still be productive. I truly believe, and especially when you look at this Eagles team, who are you going to stop right now? You hear Dallas Goedert is working with the wide receivers, working on his routes. You got a Dan Arnold. Maybe they want to try and get his blocking up a little bit, or maybe you just run with Jack Stahl, because Jack Stahl's a really good blocking tight end. So maybe you're just going to rock with Jack Stahl in those 12 personnels and have Dallas Goedert go out as a wide receiver. Now, you look at Devonta Smith. What does that mean for Devonta Smith? That means you have to worry about Goddard. You have to worry about A.J. Brown. You have to worry about the running ability of not only our running backs, but our quarterback. You have to worry about the pass-catching ability of a guy like DeAndre Swift, the pass-catching ability of a guy like Rashad Penny or Kenny Gainwell. Like, the list goes on that you have to worry about. Oh, and you have to worry about one of the best route runners in the NFL right now in Devonta Smith. I think once this year is over, I truly do believe once this season is over, we might be looking at a top 5 wide receiver and possibly even ranked higher than an A.J. Brown. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I do not think that the Eagles have a wide receiver 1. They have 1A, 1B. I think that's the furthest I will go with it. I truly do think that A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are just as good, if not, maybe A.J. I really would probably give Devonta Smith a little bit of an edge just because of his versatility. And look, I understand. When you look at this league, when you look at a lot of the wide receivers in this league, making that top 10 list was tough because there was probably 15 guys I felt could have went in that top 10 list. There's a lot of really good wide receivers in this league, and there's a lot of really good wide receivers in the NFC East in by itself, right? You got CeeDee Lamb, you got obviously A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, you have Terry McLaurin. So there are definitely some great wide receivers in this division and in this league. So it's tough to really just say, you know, outright, oh, he's going to be better than everybody. But I think he can be. I think if he goes out there, stays healthy, we saw what happened last year. He didn't get one catch, one target in the first game, still went on to break the Eagles franchise reception record. So this kid is something different, and he's just so consistent. I can't think of a play that I looked at Devonta Smith and was like, oh man, you got to do better than that. You got to be better than that. He has just been the picture of consistency, and that's why I think he will be top 5. If I had to go through the NFC East and say who I think will be in the top 10 once this season is over, I didn't put CeeDee Lamb in my top 10 because honestly, I think that he had like 1 million targets, and I don't think he's that good. But anyways, CeeDee Lamb will probably make it into the top 10 once this season's over. I think Terry McLaurin, he wasn't in my top 10. And looking back, I probably should have had him in my top 10. He'll be another guy that I think can be in the top 10. A.J. Brown, and then you have Devonta Smith. That's 4 guys. That's 4 guys from the NFC East alone that will be, in my opinion, in the top 10 of wide receivers in this league. Not just this division, but that's just from our division. So, I don't know. I do believe that A.J. Brown is amazing, and I know that them together is what we all love. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not trying to start no beef between the two or anything. I doubt that they're going to watch this and get mad at each other like, oh, he thinks you're better than me. And if it does, hey, good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all go out there, play even harder. You know what I'm saying? But that's my prediction. That's my proclamation, is that Devonta Smith, by the end of this year, will be a top 5 wide receiver. So you guys let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Am I bugging? Am I totally off right now? Let me know what y'all thinking. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. But it's Fly Goes Fly, and we are out here. Peace.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Yeah. Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season hit, early time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.